Hey, what's up, guys? Benny Adams here with Challenge Reality News. I am so excited because I got Amber B in the house today, and she is talking everything about the latest episode. How's it going, Amber?
I'm well. How are you, hon?
I'm doing well. So we got to talk about this episode. This episode was so freaking juicy that there wasn't even an elimination. So I want to go all the way back before you even came into the challenge house, because you came in a little bit later. When you stepped into that house, did you have a game plan? Like, did you want to do something different than your rookie season versus this season?
I just didn't. I think, okay, if anything, I just was tired of being nice. You know what I mean? So going into the season, I really wanted to, my first season, 36, taught me a lot about myself. So I was just like, going into this, I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to, I've learned a lot. So I didn't really have a plan. I knew I had a huge target on my back. But I just didn't know where I stood with everybody. I didn't know what alliances were already made. I didn't know what conversations were had. So going into this, I felt uneasy. But I knew that I had to have a conversation with Big Brother at some point, because I didn't know if I really wanted to work with him going into it because of some things that were said in the previous season. And I just felt uncomfortable until I had a conversation with at least Casey and Casey and Fessy. But I didn't, there was no game plan. I was just like, let me just figure it out once I get in there and wing it. And just, if anything, I just have myself in the game. And I honestly went in just not knowing what was going on either. You literally like just show up to a challenge and I'm like, they're just like, here, just go ahead and start, play. And I was like, what is going on? Yeah. So you don't know what's happened already. So I think just going into this, I just felt uneasy.
And I love how you mentioned, you had a target on your back because you did win the previous season. You were a rookie who won, your first season. When you say you have a target on your back, do you just mean that Fessy was after you, or do you mean the whole house was after you because they know that you're a champ and they don't want a champ to win again?
No, I felt like everybody. I felt like the first few days too, not a lot of people were speaking to me. So it made me feel like I had even bigger target on my back because of course, like, not just me being a champ or winning my previous season. Also, I'm coming into the game late. So that also puts a target on my back. It's like, oh, hey, it's easier probably to say your name, there's other relationships being built, conversations again that have been had that I wasn't a part of. So I just knew coming in, I would have a target on my back. And I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be a tough season for me. I just didn't expect it to be as tough as it was.
Yeah, and speaking of, a tough season, so you were the first vet that got thrown into an elimination. Do you think the vets are playing a scared game? Because there were other options that they could have thrown in. You're part of the Vets Alliance, and it was going very smoothly, but then they threw you in. So do you think they're playing a scared game by throwing you into elimination the previous episode?
I think what bothered me is everyone was so against throwing vets in. It's just like, don't do it, blah, blah, blah. When my name was being said, no one really cared. It was just like, okay, no one brought it up after. So I think that was when I was to the point, like, okay, maybe they are playing a scared game. But of course they're building relationships with these rookies that maybe they don't want to say their names. Like they're like, I don't know. I honestly just that's a hard question for me to answer because I'm watching it still. I'm watching all these episodes play out to kind of see what was said behind my back. And I don't know. I can't say everybody was playing the scared game. Not everybody.
Yeah. And so, after you won that elimination, which congrats, by the way, beasted that out and you proved why you are a champ.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, why didn't you, and maybe we haven't seen this yet, I'm not sure, but why didn't you team up with the rookies? Why didn't you? Because it was almost an even type
Yeah.
of deal. The rookies could have taken over the vets.
Right. I think just knowing that I had somewhat of relationships already with people from the previous season, I didn't know where the rookies actually stood either. You know, these and some rookies I did feel close to, and I felt like I was kind of working with, but I didn't team up with them because I just didn't. I knew there was this vet alliance. And I was close to Josh, Corey W. And a handful of others in the game that I felt like if I did that, I'd be going against them, and I really didn't want to hurt their game or mine. So it was just kind of something I didn't feel I should have done. Maybe I should have. If I could go back, maybe I should have done that because not really a lot of people cared about me this season. Um, and that's just something I'm learning a lot about myself, watching myself over and over again every season, and I'm really naive and I trust a lot of people and I believe a lot of what people say. And I think that I need to learn, I don't know, not to do that so much. So.
And I want to talk about Fessy also. You two have this rivalry now, and
Mhm.
Fessy has said the reason why he's going after you is because he doesn't trust you, and that if the roles were reversed, you would go after him. So I want to ask you personally, is that true? If the roles were reversed, would you have gone after Fessy? Say that you won that challenge during the last episode, would you have said Fessy's name?
No, and I even told Josh that I even said that to Fessy. We all had a conversation. What's my reason going after him if he's giving me his word that you can trust me now? I'm trying to play a better game. Like I'm trying to build trust with people. I'm believing him, That's what I'm saying. I'm a little naive. So I'm not going to go after. So I even told people in there that I felt closer to, like even Jeremiah. I was like, listen, I would say your name before I would. I was honest with him before I would say Fessy's, even though we had our beef and stuff that we kind of were bickering every now and then. I was just trying to be that loyal person to an alliance that I thought I was a part of, because Josh even told me, he was like, no, we're all in this together. And I believe Josh too. Like if there's one person in the Big Brother Alliance I could believe and I could trust, it is Josh. So him telling me that I'm a part of it, we're all working together, let's all this stuff, I'm believing that. So yeah, I don't there's no reason for me to say Fessy's name because it's gonna hurt Josh's game, it would hurt Casey's, it would hurt his, and I wasn't trying to do that. I want to see them get far. But it bothers me because I've never given any of them a reason not to trust me, but they've given me several reasons not to trust them. So it's like them saying over and over again, I don't know if I can trust her. It's like, where is that coming from? That's what I don't get. Where is this coming from? Because I've never given you a reason not to trust me. And I think that's what hurts. That's what bothers me the most. Because I'm trying to figure out why. Why are you saying this? Is it just something to say? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. So make it make sense.
Right, right. And yeah, I was so confused about that because, on one hand, you have Josh who has 100% trust in you,
Yeah.
but then you have Casey who does not trust you whatsoever. And I was confused as to why she's not trusting you because her best friend Josh has trust for you. So do you know why Casey wasn't 100% on board with you?
Don't know. I have no idea. And I think it bothered me even more because you all saw Casey and I had a conversation, and I'm sitting there thinking oh, Fessy's playing a better game. I see his, I feel like he has a good heart. I feel like he's really trying, to be a better person this season. Blah blah blah. And I'm opening up to her and I'm having a conversation with her, and it's like she didn't even relay that information to anybody. She kind of just kept it and was like, and this is like. And I am every season, even if I do more seasons, I'm going to continue to be 100% myself. So I'm bothered. And I think it hurts a bit because these are people that I love even outside of the game. And it's like, why in the game do you not trust me when I've never given you a reason not to? So
Mm-hmm.
of course I'm bothered a little bit. And that's what hurts because I hate coming into stuff like this, not when I want good for people and they just don't want the same. It hurts a bit. It's like where did we go wrong? I just want to know where we went wrong because I thought we had a conversation. I thought that Like, how can you take this information and this conversation and be like, I don't trust you? Like,
And speaking of people trusting you, the rookie girls had some not so nice things to say about you. Esther and some of the other rookie girls, they were saying they don't trust you. They were saying that you were fake. So I want to get it from you. What do you have to say about what they were saying about you?
nobody, that's the thing that bothers, like, even watching, like, where do I show that? Like, you know what I mean? Where do I come off that way? You know, that's what I don't understand. So you can say whatever you want to say about me, but I've never given anyone a reason to believe that, or to like think that, like, you know, that might be what you feel. You don't know me outside of the game. You probably knew me 2 weeks, a week max, and this is what you're thinking about me. That's what you think. That's on you. That's something inside of you that feels some type of way about me. I'm not here bashing anyone. You don't see me in the interviews saying someone's fake or trash talking anybody. I'm not here for that. I'm here to win $1 million. I'm here to make it to the end and have a good time. Like, I'm not here to, like, that's something I'm not going to do unless you do me wrong. Of course I'm going to speak the truth on somebody. If I don't like something you did to me, I'm going to speak the truth on it, like Fessy, or, you know, another situation. I'm going to call you out. But I don't understand people that really don't know me saying that, those kind of things. It makes no sense. So there's something within yourself that you need to work on, or something within yourself that you need to figure out, if you're thinking that way about me without getting to know me personally, you know? So I just kind of like, I shrug it off because I know who I am and I love myself, and I don't care what anyone has to say. At the end of the day, like, if one thing I'm not is fake. And I think I've proven that to myself and the world and everybody else, and anyone that really knows me will definitely have, like, they know that's not true. So anyone that doesn't know me, I don't care what you have to say. I really don't.
So where do you think the animosity comes from then? You know, for them to say this, for them to say these things.
I don't know. Like, I wish I knew so that we could get to the bottom of it. I wish I knew. Like, let's figure it out. But you know, I even reached out to even like Esther and Berna afterwards, because if anything, I want to be the bigger and better person. I want to be the person that's just like, hey, I don't know what happened. I don't know why you felt this way, but I want to let you know, like, it's all love on my end. I'm sorry if I ever hurt you. I'm sorry if, like, if I did anything to make you feel some type of. I reached out and I had peace with myself, you know, and just to let them, hey, like, I don't ever. There was nothing that you did or vice versa to make me feel some type of way about you. I think you're both beautiful women. I think you're bomb. I want to see you do good. You know what I mean? Like, I have nothing against anybody. And I feel like being just in a space like that, you have paranoid people are, you know, always just thinking the worst sometimes. So I think I had to just understand and put myself also in that position and just be like, I'm not you and you're not me. But if anything, I can have a conversation with you outside of the game and we can fix this. Like, I can get to know you if you want to get to know me. You know what I mean? So, but I've reached out and I just let them know, like, it's all love on my end. If you know, if there's anything you want to talk about, let's talk. So, but I have no idea where it's all coming from. And I guess we'll find out in later episodes, because I'm just as confused as you are.
And you're oozing nothing but class, and I love it. You are amazing. I got now. I want to talk about this huge, and it didn't even start off as a huge thing. It started off as you and Fessy finally, you know, talking it out, asking why he voted for you. And then it turned into something major where Esther, she throws a drink in your face. I just want to know, what were your thoughts in that moment when that happened to you?
Let me walk away. I was just like, at that point, I was seeing red. I was like, I'm not here to leave this game. So I just think I just found it very, like, I'm just like, I didn't know what was going on. If anything, it was between Fessy and I. Anyone else that was jumping in it was just stirring the pot. And I think that it escalated way bigger than it should have. Like, it didn't need to be all of that. But I didn't. Again, I don't like confrontation. That's probably the biggest. That and in my life, that's the biggest fight argument I've ever been in. So okay, like I don't know, I hate it. So I just had to walk away. I was just like, let me just get out of the situation because it's not worth it, you know? I'm not here for that. And I don't know. It was too much for me. It was way too much for me. All I wanted to do is just talk to Fessy, us work our stuff out without everyone else being involved. But I think people were just poke, 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 poke. You know, they were just trying to add more fuel to the fire, and it didn't make it easy.
Yeah, it was intense to see that. And even Corey said it himself, you know, the house is boring. They wanted to get some drama going, but I think they went a little too far with doing that. How did Josh get involved in this? I feel like Josh, and I love the guy, he is great TV, but you know, it seems like drama is always circulating around the guy. How did he get involved in the situation that was just between you and Fessy?
I don't know if I can say that fully since I don't know. I don't know if I'm not, but I think that I'll just say this about Josh. Josh is just a very passionate person. And he's such a good soul. Like he really is that person. Even outside of the game, like if he just loves you and he's a ride or die for you, he has your back 100%. And I think that he just saw us all like just his little family within Big Brother kind of falling apart, and he's so passionate about that, especially in the game. It's like if it's all you have, you know. And so he was so passionate in that moment, you know, and that's just Josh. And I don't think that he's ever going to change. Like if he sees, I don't know, he's emotional, he's passionate once again. But he got involved, I think, somebody kind of getting him involved, you know? And I think that, like, again, if it were just me and Fessy, it wouldn't have escalated to the point that it got to. But I think other people were just pulling people in and making it way worse than it should have been.
Right. Well, Amber, I want to thank you so much for coming on, taking the time to talk with me. You are nothing but class, and I love it. Do you have any final words to your fans? Any final words to Esther or Fessy? You know, the haters. What do you want to get off your chest?
You know, there's no like really like dead on final words for me. To my fans, I love all of y'all. It's nothing but positivity with them. So I love you guys. Fessy and Esther, they know it's all love. Yeah, there's probably more things that we got to work out. Maybe some stuff we got to talk about, but you know, me and Fessy, like I don't know what's happening right there, but no, I don't have much to say. And I feel like anything that has been said has already been said, you know, after the game, so they know it. But no, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just ready to do more seasons. I'm ready to get my ass back out there. I want to keep winning. I want to keep thriving. I want to keep shining. So yeah, I'm ready for more.
Definitely proving yourself as someone who should be on the challenge, and you're a very worthy competitor. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming on, watching this interview. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.
Bye.